Good morning. Welcome to Piece of Art and Soul Studios. Today we are going to be doing our free to watch painting step-by-step instructions for The Joy Comes in the Morning. So I know I was supposed to do this yesterday or tomorrow, but I decided to do it today because something came up and I had to kind of reschedule everything. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to go ahead and start with my gesso paint. So I want to gesso this, of course, before I start, even though it's already primed. And you don't have to do this. I just do this with all of my my paintings. So if you want to join me today, the supply list is in the description. And you can totally join me if you want to paint with me for free, or if you want free access to this particular design. I'm going to go ahead and put in the link for you to go buy the all access pass for this one. Now, I haven't really gathered all of my materials, so you guys apologize. I am late to the game today. But we're going to go ahead and do the gesso on here. I'm just using this is a 1-inch brush. I'm just using a 1-inch brush, and I got some little bit of things going on here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. It's halfway through this week, guys, and can you believe that we're almost done with April soon? Like, this is nuts how fast the season is just going. So we're almost to Mother's Day, and I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about Mother's Day and what are you guys planning on doing for Mother's Day this year? I plan on doing some type of painting, of course, but I'm going to do a Mother's Day painting, and I'm probably going to do a free to watch one. I'm actually in the middle of making my design. I'm actually designing a new design. I know that we're supposed to have the April flowers and bring spring, April showers, flowers. April showers brings May flowers event free to watch, but I think I'm going to add another one next month. So if you're hopping on, just let me know. And let me know where you're from and where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to go get some water. Just make sure that you grab all your supplies before you come and hang out with me for a little bit. Because I always tend to forget my supplies, of course. I'm going to go ahead and rinse my brush. All right, so let's go ahead and let this dry. I'm going to grab all the paints that I need. So I need hauser green. So I need my hauser green. I already have my white and I already have my black, but I need hauser green. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got warm beige, so I'm doing warm beige. So we have warm beige. We need hauser green, and somewhere in here. You would think I would have all my paints ready to go. Actually, I think it's on. Actually, might be over there. I'm gonna have to go get it from over there. Maybe I used it the other day. I don't know where it's at. All right. Hauser green. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday morning here. Oops. This is hauser medium green. I don't need hauser medium green. I just need hauser green. I need aloe. I have blush, the blush pink. So blush pink is one. I think they're all down here actually. Coral blush, and then melon. Okay, I got those. Now you can use different colors. I might actually use purple So I'm going to use this purple petal. I might actually use purple. Oops, that just fell on that. I might actually use purple a little bit in mine. Here it is. I found hauser green. There's aloe. So I got my aloe. And with the design, you guys get, when you buy the all access pass, which right now is $5, when you buy the all access pass, you get the tracer with it. So you'll get like different size tracers with it. So you don't have to worry about painting it freehanded unless you want to. That's totally up to you if you want to do that. But that way you don't have to freehand it like I'm going to. Where's my hauser green? And I might change this one up a little bit. Sometimes I like to add stuff. Sometimes I like to take away stuff. Sometimes I like to add different colors to my picture. But I'm going to show you how to do this free-handed. And then if you want to just fill it out with the tracer when you buy the all access pass, you could totally do that too. And this can be used for your paint party business. This can be used for commission work, or this can be used to put in art kits and stuff. So they're really great for art kits, especially around this spring kind of holidays going on right now. With Easter and Mother's Day coming up, this would be a great thing for you to do for your paint parties. So, and this is actually one of the ones I'm going to offer for my own paint parties. Okay, I don't know where my hauser green is, but I do have my phthalo, I guess it's phthalo green. I got my black, I got my white. My hauser green is somewhere. Now I have a medium hauser green, so I could just use this color. It's fine. It's not going to hurt me to use a different color. And then I need my cranberry wine. That's cherry red. I'm looking for my cranberry red wine. I think it might be up there. So let me go grab it over here. So I'm going to grab my cranberry wine, which is not over here, which is weird. But I think my hauser green is over here. Nope, my hauser green is not over here. Where's the rest of my... Okay. I have rearranged everything. So I've actually rearranged my whole entire studio. Don't you love that when you rearrange stuff and then like, yeah. And then you can't find it, right? So I've like literally rearranged all my stuff and now I can't find anything. Isn't that lovely? I thought this was cranberry red, but it's not. That's true red. True red. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Okay, guys. I'm looking for my, cranberry wine. So cranberry wine, I really like this color. I love this color. It's like a burgundy color almost. It's a really nice color. Where are you? Are you my hauser green? We're just going to go with the other hauser green. It's fine. It's a medium hauser green. Not a big deal. It's the same thing. I really feel like it's just the same thing anyways. So actually, this might actually be the one that I was looking for. Okay, whatever. All right, so we have all our paints ready to go. The first thing I like to do is I like to do the background. So this is still not dry all the way. But I'm going to use a, I'm actually going to use, since this is a smaller canvas, I'm going to use my flat brush. So I'm going to use, this one is the, I can't remember what number this one is. But I'm just using a big flat brush. This is kind of a medium-sized brush. You can use a bigger brush if you want. I do have a bigger brush. So I might actually use this brush instead. So I'm probably going to use this brush to do my background. So we're going to start with our melon color. Actually, our coral blush. Sorry, it's coral blush. So we're going to start with the background with our coral blush. Blush. Let me move you over. There we go. we're just going to start off with that color. So I have it on my palette. If you don't have a palette, you could just use a paper plate. Totally fine, right? Totally fine. All right. I'm actually going to move some things around. I'm going to actually move some things around. That way, there we go. It's in the corner. No. Okay. That way. And you can text me at 949-478-5752 if you want to know when I'm going live. So just text me that number, put hashtag live, and I will totally text you when, but you have to text me first. Text me live there, and I will let you know when I go live. So when I start doing these when I started doing these free to watch ones, I'll start sending you guys messages like, hey, I'm going live tomorrow, or hey, like when stuff like this happens, when I have to reschedule, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to go live today. I know I was supposed to go live tomorrow, but I had to reschedule a few things. I had to move some things around so that I can, be able to get my schedule correct. Schedule changes, so it's not a big deal. So here we go. We're going to start with our blush. Now this is still a little bit wet, but it's okay. Actually, it's actually dry. So we're going to start with our blush. We're just going to start with our background. So you can go ahead and paint your background blush color. This is the, where'd it go? It just was right there. This is the DecoArt coral. I didn't even say that word. Coral blush. So we're just doing the background in this. You could do the background whatever color you wish. I just really like this color, so we're doing this color. Hope you guys are doing well today. I know it's like crazy that it's already in the middle of the week, and I have so much to do this week, but I am so excited because I get to do a paint party on Friday, and I'm excited about it. What do you guys have plans? I hope you guys have some good plans this weekend. Just hit in the comment box if you're rewatching. Go ahead and put hashtag rewatch. If you're watching me live, put hashtag live. And let me know who's watching and who's not. Or who's not. Who's watching and who's rewatching is what I meant. Sorry. That way I know who's watching and can catch you guys up if you're painting with me. And if you're painting with me today, just put in, I'm painting with you today. That way I know you're with me. Okay. We're going to change the color, guys. Nope. Changing the color. Sorry. There we go. We'll change the color, the blush. Okay. So I'm just painting my background, and then I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to show you how to do the flowers. So we're going to start with the flowers. I'm probably going to use the same brush that I have for the flowers. You could use a round brush. Actually, I'll probably use a round brush. So I'll use a round brush to paint the flowers. So right now we're just doing the background. I'm trying to get the background colored. And I think this is a 11 by, let me see. This is a 12 by 16 canvas. So you can use any size canvas you want to use. And in the all access pass that you get for this design, you will get the, I think there's like 3 different tracers. So you don't have to necessarily do this by freehand, right? You don't have to freehand this. You can totally get the tracers, and you'll just have to, I'll put in the link for you to go get the tracers. And you also get the supply list, and you get, you also get the instructions. So, hold on. Core brush. Let me make sure my comments are up. Okay. That way I can see if anybody is on. And with the All Access Pass, you get to use this design for your creative business. You'll have an exclusive license to where you can use it in your business. You can use it for paint kits. You can use it for pretty much anything that has to do with your creative business. You just can't give it to other people. So I do ask, if you do purchase your All Access Pass, that you please don't just give it away. Refer people to me for this design and have them purchases. Now, I'm going to honor the price. I am going to honor the price that I have set until noon tomorrow. So noon tomorrow, the price will go up. It will no longer be $5. It'll be $10 for the design. Now, I also have a design club that I'm starting that you can join monthly if you don't want to continuously buy the designs. So it is a monthly fee that you just pay, or you can pay the yearly fee, which is a lot cheaper than paying the monthly fee if you want to have access to this design and all the other designs that I'm going to be doing and putting out this coming year. Now, these are my designs. I designed these. So you just get access to it. You have access to it to paint it if you want to do commission work, art kits. If you want to do paint parties with it, you could totally do paint parties. Now I do paint parties and I love it. I love what I do. I love that. And I want to share that with you guys because I think it's important that we as artists share our work. I'm not a very stingy person. I love to share and I love to give. And so this is kind of my way of giving to you. And you'll have like a community of people that, you'll also get access to a community of people for those designs so that you can ask questions. If you have questions like, well, how do I do this? And you'll have like little templates and stuff that I will give you so that you can advertise your painting party if you're using that design. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. I haven't started that group yet, but I am going to start building that group up once people start to get into the membership. So now I'm going to use my round brush. Now this is a number 18 round brush. Now I have a smaller round brush and I'm probably going to use that instead. But I'm trying to find, there it is. I found it. So the smaller round brush, this is just a smaller, it says large round, but it's really just smaller. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do white first because I'm kind of painting on the background. So I like to do my flowers in white first. And the reason for that is so that my colors, when I go and recolor, oh no, don't tell me it is. I knew it. Okay. I got plenty of white there. So when I go and put the colors onto my canvas, it doesn't seep through. The background doesn't seep through. So I like to do my flowers in white. I'm going to start in the corner over here. And I'm just taking my round brush. And I'm going to go in a circular motion. So I'm just going to kind of do a circular motion to kind of give it that. And it's a little wet still, so might have to let it dry before you put the white on. I just want to get my flowers put in place. That's all I'm doing. I'm just putting my flowers in place. I'm going to let this dry for a minute because it is wet. I should have probably waited. And you don't have to wait if you don't want to. but I just want to put my flowers in place. So I'm just putting my flower right here. This is my first flower, and I'll go back over it with a little bit more white when it dries a little bit. It's my first flower. So it's just like a little circles, and it's in the corner. So that's one. Now I have two over here. So I'm going to do one here, like in this corner, right? And then I'm going to do my second one. I'm going to do my second one a little bigger. So this one's going to be a little bigger. So I'm going to bring it out some. And I'm just kind of doing like little fluffy lines. I'm not doing anything extravagant. Okay, so there's my third one, right? There's my third flower. So you can fill it in with the white if you want. I usually do. Like I said, the paint is still wet, but it doesn't matter because you're going to be filling it in with color here in a little bit. So I'm just filling it in, kind of messy, like it doesn't matter. It could be messy. You know, it's your canvas. You can do whatever you want with it. Be messy with it. Now I got to let that dry. So I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to go back over it with a little bit more white. That way it kind of shows a little bit more into it. Like you can probably put color back on it, but we're going to wait a little bit. So this is where your dry, this will be where the dry break will happen. Now I haven't written the instructions for this just yet. So today, at the end of today, instructions will be in there. But I have not written the instructions yet because, well, actually there are instructions in there. They're not written out. They're not on a PDF file like I usually do a PDF file. So I'm actually going to take it and put it in a PDF file for you this afternoon. But they do have the instructions in there. So I kind of want to show you a little bit into what you get. So let me go in here and share my page, and I'm going to show you what you get in the all access course. So you'll get this video in the all access course. So it'll be uploaded. I'm going to actually show you one of my other, that's weird. That is really weird. Okay. It's not letting me log in. Oh, hold on. Just go to teachable.com. It's in my Teachable account. So it's on the Teachable platform. And I'm actually going to show you one of my free ones. So this is one of my free ones, and my free whatchamacallit, one of my free tutorials. Sorry. I hadn't had my other cup of coffee, so I'm tired. Okay, so this is one of my free ones, and this is my free flaminging into summer flamingo. I really love this one. This one's fun, but I want to show you. I'm going to show you a little inside of like what you get in these little things, a little tutorials and stuff. However, hold on. Actually, Actually, I'm not going to show you that one. I'm going to show you the one that we did last week. So I'm going to show you into a little bit into the one that we did last week, the bear one. So I'm going to show you that one because that one actually has more stuff in it than my free one because I don't really, oops, like the dashboard. Okay. So I'm going to go to the one for the Wandering Lost Bears event. And I'm going to show you here. If I preview, will it do it? I wonder if it'll do it. Okay. We'll see if it does this. And let's see if it actually goes in there and does this. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share my screen for a minute. Okay. Sharing. All right. So here's my screen. I'm actually going to make this bigger so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So here is the course. So when you get access to the course, it'll tell you to get started here. So when you go to get it started here, it'll say, oh, you're invited, but our workshop has actually ended. So none of this really matters. I'm actually going to take this out. But here is where you start. You start with your supply list. So I give you everything. So you click on this, right? I'm going to open this up in another. I think it pops up in another. So this is where I get my paints. It takes me directly to where I need to go. See, takes me directly to it. And then I just search the name. So I copy and paste. So this is what I'll do. I copy and paste, right? And I'll look for it. Actually, yeah, I just kind of enter it in here and it'll bring it right up. So here we go. Or you can search for it in the, so here's your purple pizzazz. You can search for it in here. You can look for the colors that you need right here. So each of them have a different link that you can go to. And I get my supplies from Michael's. You can get your supplies from Amazon. Just make sure no one's messaging me. You can get your stuff from Amazon, but these are the paints that you get. And then the brushes, I show you which brushes I use. I get the pack from Michael's. I also get the chip brushes. Sometimes I get them online. Sometimes I get them at Michael's. And then just a water cup, plastic or glass, doesn't matter. An apron, which I'm not wearing an apron today. Let me go ahead and grab my apron. I'm actually not wearing my apron today, which is really odd. That's odd for me not to wear my apron. I actually just remade my apron and put my logo on my apron. So I'm actually really excited about this. I don't know about it though. I'm not really digging it right now with the Lego label because I did this myself and I'm like, I probably could do better, right? But it's okay. It's just temporary right now. Let's see, I put my logo on it and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I love the little pockets in front, but I'm not digging how I did it. So I'm probably going to redo it. That's just the artist in me. And then if you scroll down, we'll get back on schedule, right? Now, when you scroll down, this is what you get, and you can download this. This is something you can download. You can download it and you can print it. And then here's the step-by-step instructions. Here's your instructions. You can download it. You can print it. And then there's you can comment down here. So like if you wanted to add your picture, you wanted to comment, you can totally comment. And then let's see. Can we go? Let's go. I completed and continue. So then here's your tracer. So this is how you trace your bears. And I'd show you how to trace your bears. That's all you have to trace is your bears because I show you exactly what to do. And then you could just, so like what I could do is save my image. So I can save my image. And then I show you how to, when you print it out, like how to downsize it in the video. So you have to go to the video to see, and I tell you have to go to the video to actually watch it. So then I complete and continue. Hey, I say, hey, like do me a favor. So once a month, I do the most creative spotlight. So once a month, like I'll put you on a spotlight on my Facebook, and I'll send you a gift card. So you'll like get the most creative person to come up with the most creative picture. I kind of put you up in a spotlight and kind of show off your work, you know. And so I call it the most creative spotlight because I want to see the most creative. I want to see what you create. Like I love seeing what other people come up with and seeing what other people create. So I think that's important. Also, this will also be in my my Facebook community group, which I'm actually going to be starting soon. I'm just making sure no one's messaging me. Okay. So as you can see, all these people are having so much fun. When we ever do paint parties, we do it fun. We do it an experience. We try to make it fun as much as we can, right? So as you can see, like everybody did something different here in this picture. Everybody did something different here in this picture. Everybody did something different here. Like some girls use different colors, some use the same colors. I told them to, you know, right here, she did hers differently. I tell you guys to just do you, right? Do what you feel like is creative. And, you know, if you add on, then you add on. If you don't, you don't. So this is just kind of like, see how this was my first original one. And then when I did my live, this is my second one. I changed how my trees look. I did something totally different. It doesn't always look the same. See, like every time you do it. And so then complete and continue. And then here's your bonuses. So now I give bonuses whenever you purchase an all access pass. I give you a bonus. So here is your bonus. And you can download these and you can use these however you like, right? You can use them for color pages, for, you know, summer art classes, whatever you feel like you want to use it for the kids. If you do kids in the summer, I do a summer camp for kids. I'm actually doing one this summer here. I didn't do one last summer, but I am doing one this summer, and I am actually going to be using some of these so that when they're done with their work, they have something else to do before their parents come and pick them up. So complete. And then here's the video tutorial. So then you just play the video. Here's a video tutorial. I show you everything, how to do it. You can pause, you can rewind, and then complete it, and then that's it. So that's what you get. And you also get access to the Facebook community page and everything like that. So if you really are wanting this all access pass, I'm going to go ahead and give you the information for that. So it is $5 right now. It will go up after noon. It'll go up after noon tomorrow. It'll go up to $10. So let me go ahead and give you guys this link for this design. So this is just specifically for this design. And I like to do okay. So this is specifically for this design. And what you'll get is everything I just showed you in there. All right, let me go ahead and put this in the chat box for you guys. This is the all access pass. Okay. And I got to make sure that I'm on here. So hold on. Because I'm live on YouTube. I'm not live on Facebook right now. So I got to make sure I'm actually on live on both channels. Let's see. Or not both channels, but on at least one channel, right? Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and share this on my business page real fast while this is still drying. It's still wet, actually. So anytime I need to kind of speed up the process, I kind of like to use a hairdryer. So I might actually use a hairdryer on this, but I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create a post. Here we go. All right, guys, hold on. Oops, I forgot to do that. Nope, I don't want to create that. Sorry, I forgot to do something. It's posting. Okay. Yep. Post. So this design is going, like I said, is going to be available for you guys to use for your creative business, whatever you want to use it for. Creative, for commission work, you can use it for paint parties, however you want to use it. So, oops. Okay. So this is still wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, I'm actually going to grab my hair dryer because it really does need to dry. I need to get this on the road, right? Now I'm probably going to change the color of my flowers. You don't have to. So you don't have to change the color of your flowers if you don't want to. But I am going to actually change the colors of my flowers because I just wanted to make it a little more, I wanted to make it different than it was when I originally had done it. So this is my original design, my original piece. But I'm actually going to change some of the colors on it. All right, so let me grab. Sorry, it's going to be a little loud, so I apologize. I'm just trying to dry it a little bit faster than when it's drying. You know what? It's starting to dry over here. It's like these little spots right here are like a little more like than usual. Sometimes I have to get a hair dryer out because, I mean, when you're pressed for time, you know, I'm totally pressed for time right now. When in doubt, get your hair dryer out. Woo! My husband's probably like, what is she doing over there? Because he's home today. So, for now, all right. I don't want to put too much. I don't want to put too much on it because it does start to, like, the paint does start to sometimes crackle and pop, whatever. Because I see it crackling a little bit. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Okay, here we go. So now we're just going to kind of go back over it a little bit with the white to kind of fill in some of those spots, right? I'm just going to fill in some of the blank spots. That way, when we go and do our paint on top of this, it'll make the paints, the color paints, pop a little bit. I think I'm gonna change the name of this live to when I do these, I'm gonna change it to "Come Paint with Me" for "Come Paint with Me Free," or "Free Paint with Me tutorials," live tutorials or something, because I want to change it a little bit. Just come paint with me. If you're wanting to paint, or even if you just want to watch, just totally cool too. I'm actually going to make this a little more fluffier. There we go. There we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on my leaves. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to do my leaves. So what I like to do is I'm going to use my green and a little bit of black. So I'm going to put a little bit of black in my green. That way I can have a little bit of color because this green is a little transparent. So we're going to use a little bit of black. So I'm just putting a little bit of black into my green. Okay, and let me see. I'm going to use my flat brush, my little bit of flat brush here. Okay, so now I'm going to start at one side of my canvas. I'm just going to do a line. Doesn't have to be totally perfect, and I'm going to go all the way up. So I'm just doing a line all the way up, and I'm going to kind of do all the way up to like right here. So I'm not going to go too far. And then I'm just going to bring it back down with my flat part of my brush, and I'm going to flatten it out a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to use the same color, and I'm just going to do my leaves. So my leaves, if I'm looking at my photo, my leaves are like eye drops. So like they kind of look like little eye drops. So I'm going to bring this one over. And then I kind of just take the corner of my brush and I just slide it over. Kind of like parentheses almost. And then I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to fill this in a little bit brighter with the I just want the bases of my leaf, I guess you can call it. So then I'm going to do another one right here. This one's going to go up a little. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because leaves are not always perfect, right? So then there's that one. And now I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to do another little eyelet, is what I call it. And I'm kind of like teeter-tottering them, I guess you can say, like doing like one a little bit up, one a little bit down, one a little bit up, one a little bit down. Because I want to like a different look to it than just them being all the same. And they're not all the same sizes, and that's okay because not all leaves are the same size. Some of them are maturing more than others, and that's totally okay too. So I'm going to put another one right here, a little lonely one right here. So this is my little lonely leaf. He's a little lonely. It's okay. We're going to fill them in a little bit brighter here in a minute. Right now it's just a little dark. And then I'll put one right here. This one's a little bigger, so I'm just going to fill that one in. And like I said, they look like parentheses, right? I always thought the leaves were parentheses. They always look like parentheses to me. This one. There we go. And then I'm going to do this one up here. And then I do the other one over there. And it doesn't matter how many leaves you have. You can do like tons of them on here if you wanted to. There we go. And then I'm going to do one at the top. So I always do one at the top. There we go. Okay. And you want to kind of go a little bit further out, but I'm going to have to kind of move my words around a little bit because I did a little bit differently this time, which is okay. So I always say, like, there's some people that can replicate like what a painting looks like. But I come to find that my paintings don't always look the same all the time. So whenever I'm doing something like this, I kind of try to do it a little bit differently every single time because I like things that are different. I like to just do things uniquely. So now we're going to do our little leaf up here. So I'm going to bring this leaf a little bit down because I have this over here. So I'm just going to kind of bring my line all the way down right here. I'm not going to go too far with this one. Okay. And then we're going to do the same process we did over there. Now we have some leaves that are going to be off the page, which is okay. So I just kind of like to do a little bit of the leaves off the page. And then some on. These are a little bit smaller, so you want to make these a little more small. So we're just kind of putting our leaves in here. So these are a little bit tinier. These aren't going to be as big as our other ones because we don't want them that big, right? Want them to be small. And then when I get to the end of here, I'm going to just keep just the two. I'm not going to do one on the top. So I'm just keeping the two. So there's that. It doesn't matter how many you put in there. It doesn't matter if you only put a few in there. Leaves and branches are not congruent. So you don't have to worry about them being, symmetrical or anything like that. It's not too complicated. You just kind of just put your leaves wherever you want them. All right, so that is done. This looks like it's about to dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this one in, and then we'll wait for this one to kind of dry a little bit. We're going to fill this one in, and I'm going to do purple. I'm not doing the blush. Now, you can use the pink blush, but I'm going to use the pink blush on a different one. I'm going to use purple petal for this one. So I'm doing a different one. You don't have to use the same colors as I use. You don't have to use the pink that I use. So I'm going to use my round brush, and I'm going to just go back over my white. It's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm going back over with my white, but I'm going to do this with like intentions to make this look more filled in. So make it look more like a flower, I guess you can call it. Now you can just go ahead and fill it in. I'm going to fill it in, and I'm going to actually make it look like a flower. So when I'm filling it in, I'm going to kind of circle my paint a little bit. To kind of give it that texture look to it, okay? And I'm just using a round brush, the same round brush that I use. This one's a little different because the other one's wet. But it works. So there's my one flower. Now if I wanted to make it a little more, I can go around and do like little swirlies. Oh, that one. There we go. All right, so now we're going to let that one dry. And while we let that dry, we're going to actually do our leaves. So I'm going to do my leaves in the hauser green. Okay. Do the leaves in the hauser green. So I'm going to grab my hauser green, and I'm going to do my leaves. And leaves are the same leaves up here. So my same leaves, same concept. I'm going to put my one leaf right here. So I'm going to just do a big leaf right here. So I'm putting my big leaf right here. So there's one big leaf, and then I'm going to do one small leaf right here. And then I'm going to do another leaf right here. That's a little bit bigger than that one. And it's going to go behind my leaf right there. And I'm going to show you how to make it to look like they're hiding each other. So I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and fill in your, I call it shadowing it. So I shadowed this part right here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my leaf. Make sure you don't get into your purple flower here if you're doing purple or whatever color you've decided to do. So I'm just filling in my leaf with my green. So make sure you go around your flower and not get into the purple part here, or you'll have like a really weird color in your flower, which you could probably cover up with white if you wanted to. All right, so now I'm going to do the other ones. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to show you how to make this a little bit kind of like you can see one leaf over the other where they look like they're overlapping. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now you can simply do that with a little bit of darker green, and you can kind of just put your kind of shade it a little bit on one side like this. You see how I shaded it a little bit? Now it's a little bit darker and you can see the line over here. And now I'm going to go back over it with the green. So I'm just going to fill it in with the green. So now it's shaded and it looks like it's part of that leaf. As you can see, like they look like they're overlapping. One's behind the other. Make sure you don't get into your flower here. There we go. And then I'm going to fill in the other side of it. I'm going to kind of mix those two together. There we go. Kind of blend it a little bit so it blends in with the leaf. So now it looks like the leaf is behind the leaf. Now you might have to go back over the green because the green is a little brighter than the pink, the coral. And I probably will end up going back over this with more green to it. So now that we have our leaves, let's go ahead and put our our white portion into our flower. So the middle part of our flower, there's a little white circle. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go right here. We'll just do a circle like that, plain and simple. All right, now we can do, this is so simple. This is such a simple painting to do. Now we're going to go back over our leaves a little bit. So I'm going to use the paleo green. I'm going to go back over our leaves with the green. And if you want to put a little bit of white in there, you can. I like to do a little bit of white. So we're just kind of going into here a little bit more with the green. You don't have to. If you want to keep it dark, you can. I'm just doing a little bit of the green. Kind of doing some like highlighting a little bit. So I'm just kind of going in here, doing some highlighting. Kind of bringing that darker color into my leaves to kind of highlight it a little bit. But also give that green color to it. green in there. Okay. And see how it's highlighted a little bit. You can see some of the highlights in there. And then I kind of just go back over this a little bit. I kind of blend it in a little bit to kind of give that highlight look to it. And we're going to do the same up here to our other little guy up here. So I'm just going to highlight my leaf a little bit. And I like to do the dark and the light. I like to kind of like bring in, oops, I messed up a little bit right there. It's okay. I like to do the dark first because it does highlight underneath and make it look really good like that. And you can go back over it with white if you want, a little bit into your leaves if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so now since we have all that, so we're going to go back over our green here. So I'm just going to kind of go back over my green because it looks like it needs to be redone a little bit. So I'm just going back over my leaves to kind of give it a more of a definition of paint there. So when I go and do my lines, it'll be
this is Aaron, his dad. Huh. Yeah, I'll come get him. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm over here in a conversation. I don't know what's going on, guys. Sorry. I'm just going to finish this up. And then I'm going to go back over to the other side and we're going to do the flower over there. All right. Now we're going to go back over, we're going to go on the other side and we're going to do the flowers over there. Now I'm going to do these flowers and I'm going to do the blush. So I'm going to do the blush pink for this one. We're going to do the blush pink on this. I don't know if I want to do blush pink up here. I'm probably going to do, let's do the cranberry wine. Let's change it up and do the cranberry wine for the big one. So you can use whatever color you decide you want to use, but we're going to use cranberry wine. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to, like I did the last one, I'm just going to kind of go in here and fill it in. So I'm using cranberry wine to fill in this one. And you don't have to, and then when you get up over here, you're just going to kind of do lines like this. That way it separates this flower from this flower. But if you don't want to do cranberry wine, you can do a totally different color. It's just up to you what color you want to do. Who's that on the phone?
Heading to main site. I gotta go pick up Marcus' birth certificate and social security card.
Why?
Because I kind of forgot on there when I got his ID card.
They just called you to let you know. Okay. Well, at least they called you. What took them so long to call you back?
They're busy on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Love you. Have a good day. All right. Saying goodbye to my husband. Husband. He's leaving for the day. So we're just going to fill this in. And mom life, right? Any of you guys are moms, you understand, or wives, you understand. Mom life. And I'm just kind of doing like a little swirl into my flower to kind of give it a more of a definition to it. So I'm kind of just doing like a little, what is it? Like a little loopy loop. Uh-oh. I got some right here. It's okay. Oh gosh, I did it again. That tells you got too much paint on your paintbrush when that happens. And what I like about this, doing the white too, is that it also gives that little bit of a definition into it. When it's not like dry. So it gives it like a shadow look to it too. Now I'm going to go back over here and we're just going to kind of blend it all in. There we go. And there's the second flower, right? So we're going to let that dry and we're going to go and do our leaves. Now, we're going to do our leaves the same way we did our leaves on the other side, okay? I'm going to use the Hauser green and we're going to do one leaf right here. So I'm going to do one leaf right here. And this is the small leaf, okay? We're going to kind of do like what we did over here with the leaves. And just be careful going around your flower. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing we did over here with another leaf. So I'm going to take this leaf and I'm going to actually put it above this one. So I want to bring it out like so. And it's okay if it runs into the other leaves. So since this one's going to be out this way, we're going to put a little bit of dark in here. That way it gives it that shadow look to it, right? All right. There we go. We got the shadow look to it. Now it looks like part of that leaf. And it doesn't look awkward where, you know. Then we bring this one out a little bit. I'm going to paint over this a little more. There we go. Oh, let's fill this in a little more too. All right, so we have that leaf. Now we're going to do the other leaves on the other side. So I have one leaf over here, but when I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? Let's do 2 more leaves. So I'm going to do a leaf right here and then maybe a small one next to it. Okay, so let's do this one right here. This one goes all the way out. All right. Fill this one in. Because when I was looking at my original painting, I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to add another one or not, but I think I will add a little tiny one. So we're going to do a really tiny leaf right here. So this is just a small leaf. It doesn't have to be too extravagant. Just going to do a little small leaf right here. Okay, it's just a small, tiny leaf. Now I want it to be above that, so I'm going to go ahead and make it darker, give it a shadow look to it. Okay, and then now we're going to fill in the last flower. So I'm going to go ahead and use my blush pink. So we're going to use blush pink for that one. And I totally did this opposite than what I would normally do, but this will be great. So since this flower is behind this flower, we just want to kind of be careful going through here. And just do our best diligence to not get into the other flower. And it's okay if you do, not a big deal. I like to kind of just dot it a little bit if I'm going around. There we go. So this is my other flower. I'm just filling this in. Okay, so the other flower's filled in up top. So now, because we have several leaves on that side, we're going to just not put leaves on that side. We're going to just put a small leaf up here. So I'm going to do like a little small half leaf and then just a small little leaf right here. Now in the original painting, so if you could see, I originally put a leaf right here, but I didn't like that. So I'm changing it up a little bit and doing it differently. And you can too. It's up to you if you want to do it differently. Sometimes when I'm doing a design, I'm like, I got to change that. And it's okay. It's totally okay. I'm going to kind of bring that in. Okay. So now I'm going to take my hauser green and I'm going to just do a small leaf right here. So I'm going to take, and it's going to be kind of off the page. So it's going to look like it's off the canvas a little bit. There we go. So it's off the canvas a little bit. And then I'm going to just do a little tiny one right here. So I'm going to take, and I'm just going to do like a really small one right here. And then I'm going to do like the little darkness. So it shows that it's part of the flower. Okay. So you see how I just did a little tiny one up there, which is fine. Because I want this to be kind of like out there in the open. I don't want the other flower I want the other flower to be a little bit hidden, a little bit, not overlapping the other one. So now we're going to do the little middle, circle. So it's just a circle. And then we're going to do this one up here, which is going to be right here. Okay. And there you have that. That's great. Now I'm going to go back over it with my green, just because I see some spots that I want to kind of blend in a little more. And that's okay if you need to do another coat of paint, because sometimes, like I said, with this color background, it will show through. So you're going to have to go back through and redo it. Okay. So I'm just going to come back this way. All right, so now we're going to do the little lines in. So I'm just going to take my white and I'm just going to do my lines, my little vein lines. You can use any color you want. You can use a lighter, but I'm just using white. And I'm just kind of brushing. I'm not doing like too extreme lines. I'm just doing a little light lines like that. And then I'm going to do the same over here. So I'm going to just bring it over here. And I just do one line, down, down, down. One line. And sometimes I have to turn my canvas a little bit so I know what I'm doing. Okay. And I'm not really going to do much with this one. Just, there we go. Okay. And there you have that. There is that. And then if you want to do some like, maybe some little shading here, you can. Just to kind of give it that light look to it. And then now it's time for the words. Now I did the words in my little paint, my paint pens. Now, it looks like I don't have enough room for words, but I do. Now I can do my words smaller if I wanted to. But make sure when you do this that if you want to put words, you can put words. If you don't want to put words, you don't have to. But I am going to kind of show you how to place your words on here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my paint pen, my black paint pen. And this kind of just gives me, or you could do white. You don't have to do the black. I might actually do white. Or I might do gold. You can do whatever color you want. It is your canvas. I actually might do white and gold on this one. Do something different. You know, always do something different. Let me see. Where's my white? There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do white. I'm not gonna do black. I'm gonna do white. And I'm gonna do gold on top. Okay, so every time I do any letters, I kind of I want to look at it and I'm like, okay, joy comes in the morning. Okay, so you can place it wherever you want. I'm going to start up here. So I'm not really good with words, so I try my best. I'm actually wanting to learn how to do this, so I'm actually in the process of learning how to do words free-handed. You don't have to do words free-handed. I can actually put in, I'm actually thinking about putting some words for you guys to use to trace. So I'm just doing my words, however. And I'll go back over it with the gold. I'm going to highlight it with gold. And then, so my comes is going to go right here. I'm going to make this as small as I can. So comes in. Comes in the morning. And then we'll just do the right here. So I'm just going to do the morning, and then morning goes right here. And just do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's not perfect. And then I'm going to go back over it with the gold to kind of give it like a little bit of like texture to it or whatnot. And there you go. And that's kind of all you have to do. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I really like this one. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there you go. Like, look at that. Yes, look at that. And then you could put glitter on it if you want. You can do however you want. So if you are ready for this one, an all access one, go ahead and click that all access link and get this design just for your creative business. So I hope this was helpful. This video will be uploaded for the all access pass. So if you want access to this design, this specific design, and you really, really like this design, go ahead and click that button, and the all access pass link that I sent you guys into the comments, whatnot. And I will go ahead and post that on the Facebook business page too. So you know that it's going to be accessed until tomorrow. It'll be the $5 for the all access for this design until tomorrow at noon. And then it goes up to $10. So I hope you guys like this. If you want to see me go live, please text me at 949-478-5752. I will send you a message saying, hey, I'm going live in an hour, or I'm going live tomorrow. Join me at blah, blah, blah time, right? That way you know when I'm doing these free watch events. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I am so happy we did this today. This looks really great, and I can't wait to hang this up on my wall. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see y'all later, okay? All right. Bye.